So yesterday was Valentine's Day, and Nicole happens to be in school across the state. So I had the whole day to myself. She was driving over, late at night. We were gonna have dinner. We had plans and stuff like that. But during the day, I was free. And as you probably know, Philophobia was supposed to launch yesterday on Valentine's Day 2018, but it got delayed about a month ago when I realized that there were some fundamental flaws with the game, and I couldn't finish the game that I wanted to finish in time. So I had the day, and I knew that I should capitalize on it from a marketing perspective. It's Valentine's Day. I have a game about the fear of love. Like, those two things just work well. It's the reason why I picked it as a launch date to begin with. And for me to sit around and not capitalize on that, I feel like would be a mistake. Even though, to be completely honest, I feel extremely burnt out at this point, and it's rough trying to do anything with Philophobia because I worked so hard on it for so long. But I knew I needed to capitalize on it. And so I figured the main thing I would probably focus on was Reddit. Reddit is really powerful, especially gaming. Our gaming is really powerful. If you can get a visually appealing GIF or video in front of a gaming audience like that, you can really make it take off. And there were a couple other things that I tried, but that was the main thing that I wanted to do. So I spent about an hour or two clipping some of my favorite shots from the game, just recording some of, I think, the most visually interesting places in the game. Side note, an hour in, I realized I was using an older build, and because I've looked at the game so long, I didn't even notice it didn't have all of the features and stuff, and the backgrounds were still squares when I made them hearts and a couple different things, but whatever. I didn't feel like I had the willpower to start over at that point, so I continued on with what I was doing, and I finished up the GIF, the little video that I had, and I went to Reddit, and I went to post, click post, skim through the rules just to make sure I wasn't going to, violate anything by posting my own stuff. And then a sense of fear hit me. Fear of rejection, fear of people, not liking what I'd created. Fear of mean comments, to be honest. Fear of, fear of being outside of my safe circle, because most of the people on this channel have seen the game. Most of the people in the Discord have seen the game. It is something that I've worked on live streams, but everyone, I feel like at this point, that has seen the game has been connected to me through my content, through the community, rather than for the creation, for the game. So I felt like this was the first time where the general public was going to see the game and not be jaded by potential, like, it's a thing in my head where I worry about, okay, people like my content, they appreciate what I do, and so when they see my game, they're biased, like they just think it's better than it is because they like me or they like my content or whatever. And this is the first time where I feel like that bias is going to be gone, and it scared me, man. It gave me a little bit of fear. And I sat there looking at the post, just scared to click post. And it's been a long time since I felt fear like that. And remember, this is coming from a guy that used to do marketing professionally, that had to work through a lot of his social issues, had to really work through his introversion and really learn how to talk to people and get over anxiety and anxiety attacks from phone calls and emails and talking to clients. And I don't think that, to be honest, I ever really got over that stuff. I just think I got good enough at it to like be able to do it. Because like I still get a little bit of anxiety when I have to make a phone call or I have a meeting scheduled or something, but not anywhere near what it used to be. But this was on another level, because this was basically saying this thing that I've been working on for years, I'm going to put it in front of a bunch of people that don't know me, don't care about me, don't give a shit about the game, don't give a shit about all of the loving time and effort that's put into this. They're going to see it, and they're just going to completely judge it on looks, 100%. And having done all the art for the game, that's really terrifying because I don't really consider myself an artist. So having all these people see a visual representation of these emotional feelings that I have put into this thing and then be completely judged on it was scary. And I just tried to like calm myself down. I'm like, okay, I felt this way before. Gotten through this before. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen. And, you know, if it works out, it works out. If people say mean things, they say mean things, whatever. It doesn't really affect me. And it took me like 10 minutes to kind of work through that and click post and push the post out there. And then I posted it in Discord to give it a little boost. I sent an email out about it to some of the guys that had signed up for the Philophobia email list. And a bunch of little things like that. And as soon as I posted it, it was just like, okay, it's out in the world now. You know, the weight off my chest had been lifted. And I didn't want to look at it. I didn't want to look at it, see how well it did, because it was, you know, however well it did, and that was just that. But this video is about fear, and I wanted to share with you guys that fear like that is 100% completely normal. It happens all the time. It happens to the best of us. And I think if you're a little more introverted, if you're a little more on the shy side, or you tend to overvalue the thoughts and opinions of others, that can be terrifying, right? It can be really terrifying. And especially the harder you work on something, the scarier it is. And a lot of us, myself included, have not done things because we're scared of them. Have avoided those things because of the anxiety and the fear that comes along with those things. Because of the uncomfortability that comes along with being in situations like that. And I just want to say that, like, the scariest part is right before you do it. The fear doesn't stay there forever. The fear is a feeling, an emotion that you get of a possible reaction that you're in control of. Once you're not in control of it anymore, it doesn't really mean anything. It doesn't matter. It doesn't feel that way. Fear is one of those things that was designed in our human minds to protect us. I think, eventually, like earlier, I don't remember where I read this. It was in a book or something, but the fear response, the fight or flight response, was designed to save our lives. If we hear something rustling in the bushes and it's a tiger, we're designed to feel fear, because if we don't run or we don't get out of there, we're going to get eaten. If the group rejects you, you're designed to feel fear, because in our early state, rejection of the group, rejection of the tribe, meant that you were on your own and you couldn't survive on your own. You needed the tribe to hunt. You needed the tribe to gather food and resources. You needed to move with the tribe for protection. And so rejection of that social rejection was actually a life or death situation. It actually meant something. And I think we've evolved that response over time to feel rejection as this personal fear. But in this day and age, especially in social media, it's not real. There's nothing bad that can come from me posting a GIF on Reddit. Just like there's nothing bad that can come from you posting your game online. I'm sure there's some outlier response that'll prove me wrong. Some dude gets death threats, or something happens. Somebody gets swatted for streaming their game. I don't know. But in general, there's no risk. There's no actual risk. And the fear is just this fake response to potential rejection from the group. But now even rejection from the group doesn't matter because there's so many groups on Earth. There's so many things. There's so many, like, just things that you can do to kind of fit in wherever you want. You can make friends. There's so many people. You're connected to the globe now. So being rejected on the internet doesn't mean anything. But I want to share that with you guys because I know a lot of you guys are in that stage where you're scared. You're scared to show people. You're scared. Maybe you're scared to start. Maybe you're scared to really push your game because you're afraid people might not like it. And I just want you to know that, one, I feel that way too. Even being, even making the game, even making videos about game development constantly, I feel that way too. And two, it's imaginary. It doesn't mean anything. And the scariest point is right before you do the thing. So that's what I got for you today. I hope you found it useful. If you did, please leave me a like and a comment down below. Let me know what you were scared of. What's the thing that scared you and you moved past it? Let me know in the comments. My name is Tim Roswick. I'll see you again tomorrow.